black, and now the bus gets hot in the summer. Hot bus, why did you paint the bus black? Hot bus, I just had a lot of black paint. Hot bus, have you come to regret that decision? Hot bus, yes, particularly when it's sunny. Good evening. Good evening. Onion books, read 'em and weep. Now, my favourite type of jumbo is mumbo jumbo. I've got very little time for any other types of jumbo. Bimbo jumbo, chippy jumbo. Fallen out of disuse, of course, in popular use. So good evening. I could have been a towel, but I was harvested too soon. Hear the lament of the flannel. So, the beer takes the pain away. Now, I'm aware it's not very professional of me, is it, to drink while I'm essentially at work. But I do have a genetic condition whereby my body doesn't produce its own booze. So I am forced to use a supplement. So, Christopher Reeve is dead and that's a tragedy. I hope we've checked Gene Hackman's alibi. Good evening. Watson, I've overdosed on Imodium. No shit, Sherlock. Some of the older people in the room. Now, what's your name? Declan, right, Declan, do you ever put on a gingham shower cap and pretend to be homemade jam? No, me neither. Because you can't buy them, can you, Declan? Not for love nor money, no. Polka dot, yes, very common, the polka dot shower cap, but gingham, you can't buy them, can you? Not in the shop. You'll make your own, innit, Declan? Yeah, but that's easy enough. Just get some gingham, right? You can buy that online or from a local haberdasher, right? Draw around the dinner plate, right, for the size. Okay, stick some elastic on it, and boom, you've got yourself a gingham shower cap. Obviously, that's not suitable for use in the shower, is it, Declan? It's not going to be waterproof. So what if you want to use it in the shower, you need to get yourself a separate waterproofing layer. Now, you can just iron that on, Declan, before you put the elastic on, obviously, otherwise it's not going to stay flat, right? So just draw around them both, right? Iron that on, okay? Bit of elastic, you've got yourself a waterproof shower cap. Now, you don't need to do the waterproofing for the jam jar effect, Declan, right? But if you do have a non-waterproof shower cap knocking about your bathroom, right, do warn house guests. So good evening! Bromley! Now, I got addicted to Bromley, right? Now, about 10 years ago, I got addicted to Bromley. Have a go.
Bromley.
That was good, man. That was good, and it was quite like you sort of leaned back into it. It's quite nice, quite calm and ninja-like. I enjoy it. Now, Bromley, I got addicted to Bromley. You all right? You all right?
Yeah.
You all right? Yeah. Any liquids? Any gels? Any gels? Any pastes? Any perfume? No. Any mascaras? Yeah. Any conditioner or shampoos? Any soup? Any custard? Any dips? Any hummus? Any salsa? Any of the wetter cheeses? Now, you can't be too careful, can you? In the current climate. So, right, I got addicted to a Bromley. Have a go.
Bromley.
Fucking excellent. I got addicted to a Bromley. About 10 years ago, I lived in a shared house with 4 other people. They didn't find it as charming or amusing as you are currently finding it. Bromley! They found it quite annoying. Now, basically, because I'm a bit mental. Not mental enough for, like, sympathy or medical treatment, but I'm just mental enough that I have to get new housemates about every 6 months. So I have to move a lot. Bromley! Right? I've got addicted to the word Bromley. And I kept shouting it, and then they started asking me, Andrew, why did you keep shouting the word Bromley? To which I would reply, Bromley, right? Quietly. And Bromley! Right? And then, why did you keep saying Bromley? And I started going, I can't tell you. It didn't help. And Bromley! Right? And then I stepped the campaign up, right? Yeah, what I started doing is writing the word Bromley around the house. Not in like obvious places. It had to be interactive, right? So I do it like on the bottom of sauce bottles. So Bromley! Oh, for fuck's sake, Andrew. Now, by this point, By this stage in the campaign, I'd said the word Bromley often enough, right, that they would read it in my voice. Bromley! Oh, for fuck's sake, Andrew. I could be out of the country, but I'll still be haunting them in their minds. So, Bromley! Right, one day I unravelled the toilet roll about halfway. Right, now, if you've ever done this, you know it's quite difficult, isn't it, to make it look neat when you roll it back up. I unravelled it about halfway and wrote the word Bromley and rolled it back up. And it's worth putting the time in to make it look factory done, right? Bromley! For fuck's sake, Andrew. The best one, I wrote the word Bromley on the living room window. Really big. Bronson in the morning, Bromley! Right? And then when they tried to wipe it off, they realised I had done it on the outside. Bromley! Right? I had to do it backwards. I had to get a ladder and do it backwards. I fucked up the R, but just looked Russian. So, Magneto on a Lilo, Magneto on a Lilo, Magneto on a Lilo, his head points north. My mother-in-law, yeah, here we go, he's so fat. Right, we had her killed. Now, is that what you want? So, I've got jokes. Now, Bromley, right? So the other day I took a shortcut to the shops underneath the bridge, and beneath the bridge was a goblin. The goblin said to me, I can grant you any wish. I said, well, what sort of thing? He said, anything your heart desires. I said, well, Mr. Goblin, I think what I'd probably be most like in life is to be able to speak in a tremulous northern voice. The goblin said, your wish is granted, and with some trepidation I began to speak, and sure enough my voice was tremulous and northern. I said, Mr. Goblin, I don't know how to thank you. He said, don't get ahead of yourself, you've another wish. I said, well, Mr. Goblin, you means I can, giving me my tremulous northern voice. I think I would like to give you a kiss. The goblin said, I'm terribly sorry, but I am homophobic. Now, most of my material is based on my own real-life experiences. So, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Delightful. Now, just cleanse the palate. So, Bromley! Now, you are my favourite. Now, do you like the films of Meg Ryan? Do you like the films of Meg Ryan?
Bromley.
I don't like the films of Meg Ryan, but I did enjoy You've Got Mail.
I enjoyed that too, actually.
My favourite film is Top Cat. Oh, I love Top Cat, with Tom Cruise and the planes, Val Kilmer as Officer Dibble, the fella from ER. I do like Top Cat. Now, of course, in the cartoon version, not so many planes. But I do like Top Cat. Who's your favourite racist? I think mine is Eric Clapton.
Oh, nice.
Now, lovely songs, terribly racist. So, Ginger. So, oh, sorry, it's me, isn't it? Now, yeah, so in it, eh? What's all that, eh? See that, right? Yeah? I'll teach you that later. Now, yeah, look at that, look. Look. Yeah, I know, it's attached. Yeah, see? It's dazzling. Now, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're depressed and medicated, clap your hands. Fewer, isn't it? So, right, the best bit of the Bond theme, Goldfinger, right? The best bit of the Bond theme, Goldfinger, right, is the bit where she goes, "But don't go in," isn't it? That's the best bit. That's the best bit. So, yeah, that's the best bit. But don't go in. That's definitely the best bit. It's not a single song would not be improved with the addition of that line. There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. But don't go in! Immediately bad. He lives in a house, a very big house in the country, but don't go in! Immediately bad. There's a red house over yonder, that's where my but don't go in! There's a magical place, we're on our way there. Toys in their millions all under one roof, but don't go in! Immediately bad. You've been an absolute flipping delight. I've been Andrew Neil. Thank you very much.